Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 12 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I am having a good time. I started messing around more with my sorting system, and I got to the point where I realized, you know what, there's just too many situations where I want to sort more than 5 items. Like, for example, here I got this, Thaumcraft chest. I need to sort 7 items into it. That's just, like, a lot. So some instances I don't mind doing this, but then I, got to my point where I was working on the mob drops items. So I have gunpowder and feathers and leather and string and rotten flesh and bone, like all this stuff. I didn't want to set up a whole nother sorting machine, so I came up with a new plan. What I've done is I'm using Red Power 2 filters to help me sort items. So remember now what happens when items don't know what to do. They go down the black path. Well, I've modified this black pipe here to be a restriction tube. So instead of just a normal tube, a restriction tube is made with a normal tube plus a piece of iron. And a restriction tube basically acts like a really long distance of tubing. Remember I told you guys that items will go into the nearest available inventory. So right now, they're allowed to kind of go wherever they want in this system, except they're restricted by color. So only red items are allowed to go in here, and only purple items are allowed to go in here, for example. Well, if I have a restriction tube set up, that kind of acts as like the furthest distance away. So it's the absolute last place items will go. And I've also got this filter set up on a non-colored tube, because the filter doesn't need a coloring. He just says what he's allowed to pass through. So he's got all these items in here that are allowed to go into the filter and then immediately get ejected into the chest. So by using the filter, I'm allowed to place up to 9 items into the inventory here. So if I have a lot of items, like maybe my Thaumcraft I'll alternate into a filter system, I can do that. So it's real easy. Just throw my items in, and because it's a filter, it'll figure out what to do with them. The filter will do its job and automatically sort the items. So you can see everything comes through as white, and it's going through there now. And of course, it'll go into the sorting machine, or it gets repainted as black. Now, without a restriction tube up there, they would go into the nearest available black pipe, which is that inventory. But because it's restriction, they pass right by it and make their way over to the filter. Cool. But we still have a situation for items that we don't know how to handle. For example, wood. I haven't told it what to do with wood yet. That will not be allowed in the filter. The filter will say, you're not allowed to come through here. So the only available inventory then will be that restriction tube. So that'll be the last place anything is allowed to go. So pretty neat system we've got going on here. That should land in that chest up there. Let's see what happens. Cool, it did. So what I'm going to do is steal my Thaumcraft stuff back, because I want to use this, 2 slots here. So I'm going to go replace that with a filter. Like I said, they're pretty easy to make, and they allow you to sort just a few extra items, which is nice. So what do we got here? Going to need a piston, and a red doped wafer, some gold, and some cobblestone, which I can help out with. Cool. Nice. Filter, ready to go. And all I got to do is come over here and set it up. So the filter needs to be facing upwards so that items are allowed to go into it. And I think that's the way I want it to be. Yeah, the wood part on the bottom, actually. There we go. And we'll say that these items are allowed to go through the filter. So now, if I've got, a handful of this stuff, I'm just going to grab a few random items. That'll do for now for my testing. This should act very much the same way as the mob drop chest, in that everything goes up the black line, but it won't go into that one because of the restriction tube. It'll instead go into this filter, which is permitting those items to travel through. So the filter is kind of like a painted tube and a sorter in one, but instead of having, filters everywhere, which you absolutely could do, by the way, you totally could have a filter sorting system. Instead of that, I'm kind of combining the filters idea with the sorting idea. Pretty cool, right? Also made myself some glass covers. These are glass covers, not glass panes. I made them with the diamond handsaw, and they're going to be used to cover up the flooring here. Pretty cool looking, right? So you can kind of see the items traveling through as they go. Not bad. So we are getting really close to having a completed sorting system here. I probably just have a few more things to tie up, and then we're good to go. So what else did I want to have in my chests over here? What's in this guy? All my Thaumcraft stuff goes this way. I could probably... I'll stick with the sorting color for the Thaumcraft one just because, you know, I have the space for now. But if we get to a point where I'm running low, I'll start taking anything that requires 2 different colors and changing up to the filter system. So, get this guy disabled. And what else did I want for my Thaumcraft chest? Could probably say Shard of Minium, Zombie Brain, Amber. That's the only type of thing I'd probably be automatically sorting. Cinnabar. Cool. I can do that. Shard of Minium, Zombie Brain, Amber, and Cinnabar also goes into that chest. Cool. I am digging it. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Now I'm not auto-sorting into some of my chests. And the reason for that is there's certain things that I'm just not going to need to sort. For example, the Buildcraft Industrial Craft chest that I've got over here. This guy really just is kind of like, there's so much stuff and random junk in here that I'm never really going to, and I should probably have this in my inventory most of the time. I'm never really going to need to sort these types of items. So there's no sense in adding sorting to it. The only thing that might need to be sorted is rubber, and I'll deal with that later on once I find a good spot for it. The Thaumcraft magic chest. So I'm basically sorting anything that you can get out in the world from World Gen for the most part. Not too worried about much else in here. Not going to sort, for example, this stuff. Like, there's no need to sort red power items. There's so many of them, there's no way I'd be able to intelligently sort them. Cool. So we are really making progress. Like I said, I'll be back in a few minutes. I think I'm going to close up my system now because I'm pretty much done. But I do want to actually show you guys the nifty little gadget that I was telling you about last episode, how to make these things look nice. So right now you can see that there's like this gap there. You can kind of see that there's this tubing going on. If you're all right with that, cool. If not, there is a solution, and that is pretty easy to make actually. All we got to do is carve up some marble brick like this, and then combine it in a crafting table like this. You can see that you're getting progressively thicker, but if you do 8 in a square like that, you get hollow marble brick covers. These guys are neat in that you can place them right like this. Let's see, I actually want them to be there. And they kind of go flush with the ground, so it's kind of impossible to tell that there's anything going on there. Real nice and fancy looking. And the way they work is they let the pneumatic tubes go through them still. So the pneumatic tubes are allowed to travel through that hollow cover. Pretty neat, right? Very neat. All right, I'll be back once I've finished tidying up this system. Oh, and by the way, when you have a filter next to a pipe, pipes can go into the side of filters. Anything that goes into the side of a filter through a pipe is added to the inventory here. We don't want that, so I have a little cover there blocking it. Covers can be used to prevent a pipe from connecting to a machine or prevent 2 pipes from connecting to each other. So good use of covers there. Cool. Fancy looking. This is almost starting to look like it used to, before I carved it all up and made a mess. There we go. And one more. Nice. Not bad, right? I like it. Alright, back in a few. And guys, I think that about wraps up my sorting room. What do you think? I think it looks pretty nice, right? Got this stuff all going here. Gonna put some stone cover there. Not too shabby looking. Yeah, look at this place. Not bad. So that should now sort everything. I should actually clean up upstairs here too. Probably just sneak over this way. And I even made myself a couple of those hollow glass covers. So, where did I put them? I know I made a few. I only used one. I don't know where they went. No, I actually want, because this is my ceiling, I want this to be marble. Cool. These aren't hollow, right? Wow, what'd I do with my hollow ones? See, I made a hollow one there. Don't know what I did with them. Maybe I used some? Oh yeah, I did. Ha! Noob. They're really hard to tell the difference between the hollow ones and the not hollow ones. So let me straighten that out. Ah, not too bad, right? Oh, see what I mean if you use the covers the wrong way? There we go. Much better. Nice. All right, I will finish cleaning up this room, and then I'll be back. Just wanted you to see the mostly finished product and me putting the last few covers on. Alright guys, everything is done except for one last piece. Look at that. Pretty nice looking, I think. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Like I said, might replace some other areas with filters in the future. We'll see. This looks pretty nice. I might even want to make that a smooth stone cover just to be extra fancy. But I need to get myself some ores now. I haven't filled in what ores get smelted. So want to sort that out. So in order to manage that, I need to go mining, which is why I have my my fancy pickaxe here, the enchanted one, and I've started charging up my backpack. Alright, be back in a few once I've mined a little. Ooh, check this out, guys. I was off looking for some high-level caves because it's a good idea to mine high up. Look at that, that's cool. Found a huge oil spout. Okay, that's not huge, but it's pretty big. It's a decent-sized oil spout, let's put it that way. It's not a small one by any means, so I gotta remember where that is. It's just pretty much just head out my front door and turn right, and I found that guy not too far away. And I think I found a decent-sized cave system to mine in earlier. I've been doing a little bit of mining in here, not a huge amount, so I'm gonna go back to mining in this spot. Yep, back in a few once I've collected just a few ores. Ooh, check that out. I just noticed a little bit of mossy cobblestone. I actually discovered this dungeon a little bit earlier. I mentioned that I found a dungeon. I didn't have any inventory on me. Got a bunch of saplings in here, though. I'm pretty sure those are from forestry. And I want to keep note of where this is, because you can actually use soul shards on in-world mob spawners like this, and it instantly earns you a level. So this is a skeleton spawner, so if I went and got myself a skeleton soul shard, I'd be able to quickly earn myself a tier 1 soul shard just by right-clicking on it, which is awesome. Yeah. Alright, back to mining. Ooh, I haven't gone up there yet. Woot! Diamonds! Alright guys, spent a little bit of time mining and now making my way back home. Was down in that cave for most of the day, ready to give it a try to sort everything I got automatically. In order for this to work, I need to fill in, so I don't want to forget to do this. I just want to grab just a few items here. Let's see. First off, I'll sort most of the stuff in my inventory. So just this stuff in here ought to sort pretty smoothly. Cool. Even the dirt, too. And if we take a look, everything should be going through doing the proper coloring stuff. Nice. Look at it go. Awesome. Then I just need to get out of my backpack here one of each ore. So, you know, I can just get some of this. Yeah, and there's that ferrous and lead. Okay. So all this stuff should be light blue. Cool. And this stuff should all go down to get smelted. And like I said, it'll be stored in the internal buffers until there's room inside the chest here. So we can see that happening. See it all kind of filtering through. And it'll be stored in the relays. Sometimes the relays, you know, kind of eject into their buffer, but don't worry, it'll all make its way in. We can see this guy's actually got a buffer going on. And this guy should be pulverizing some stuff as well. Cool. We did a nice job there. Not bad at all. And you can see all the ores coming out this way, the smelted ingots, and making their way up here. Now that's something that didn't know which way to go. I thought I told it all the different types of ore. I think that one was painted black, though. That guy, too. What's making his way up there? He doesn't know where to go. Tin and copper, lead. I don't know, I'll figure it out up there in a minute. But for now I can just shift right click this guy and he should empty all his contents into there and everything will get taken care of. Nice. And the rest, sure, why not? Cool. Alright, so let's see what didn't make it. Apatite, silver. This type of tin I can manually sort. monazite ore. Magma cream can stay. I'm not going to be getting a lot of that, at least not yet. If I do at some point, we'll figure that out. You can go in there. Cool. So this is the wrong kind of tin. That's why it didn't get sorted properly. Now for the silver ore, why didn't you go where you were supposed to belong? Let's see what happened there. Maybe I had the wrong kind of silver or something? Maybe I didn't have silver at all? I don't know. Let's see. Did I have silver at all? I did not. Well, there's your problem. Cool. As for the apatite, I would want it to go in one of these two, I would think. Where else can I send apatite? Well, I can send it down the green path. Might not be a terribly bad idea. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with apatite. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't really fit anywhere at the moment. Oh well. For now, green path will be fine. So yeah, looks like everything's working. I'm excited. I like when my sorting machine is in place, because it means I can really start, like, doing other cool stuff. The monazite ore, I might want to send... Yeah, I'll figure out what to do with that stuff, too. For now, I'll just leave these guys going into the don't know where chest. We'll figure something out. Alright, now, let's get on to something else. I think I want to go back to my magic room. Alright guys, here's the gadget I want to make. The Arcane Levitator. Gonna need some of these arcane wooden blocks, some arcane stone blocks, some nitor, and an earth and an air shard. I don't know that I have the right components for the wooden blocks. Alright, I can go get some of that. Just need some regular old wood, straight out of any tree. If I had great wood, I could do a little bit better with it, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to just use normal wood for now. I should probably have a bunch with me anyway, you know, just cause. I am actually getting low on wood, believe it or not. Ooh, nitor, good, I need some of that. Cool, you're coming with me, buddy. Alright, the Arcane Levitator is this really cool gadget. It's kind of what I had in mind when I built my basement, so I've been looking forward to the point in my Thaumcraft research where I could make one. So let's go put it together. First off, I need to come over here and throw a wand into the table. So let's get my wand out of my trusty bag here. That stores all my tools. Awesome. And I believe that 9 pieces of wood enchanted with a little bit of magic will get me this arcane block. Cool. And that gets me the 4 that I need. Excellent. Those go in the corners right here like so. And then I needed the nitor in the middle, and I think it was a green and a yellow, right? So one of you and one of you, and then a couple of arcane stone blocks. Pretty complex recipe, actually. How are we doing this way? There we go. 50 V's to get this item, and I need 8 earth, so that should be easy enough to get, because earth is right here. So for this. And might as well get out my bucket of water. Alright, so 8 earth, right? So there we go. That should satisfy that requirement. And 8 volito, which is the flight symbol. I don't think I can get that from anywhere at the moment except these guys. So that should be alright. 1 extra goes back there. So that gets me my 8 volito, then 8 modus and 8 machina. Okay. We'll get this going. 8 modus, which I think I can get from... Check this out. This is a good source of modus, by the way. Trapdoors. That'll get me 6, so I just need 8 of them. That'll get me the 8 modus that I require. Hey, you go in there. There's a couple things that I haven't yet made that I really should focus on making. What else is needed here? 8 of that, which I believe is on redstone. Cool, just need 4 redstone in there. And that should get us the Arcane Levitator. Awesome. This is a nifty gadget, and you can see it drained a lot of the magic out of my Wand of the Apprentice there. Not bad at all. Let's go place it where we want it to be. Arcane Levitator is so cool. It lets you fly a little bit. But just straight upwards, it doesn't actually like cause flight. So let's see, what do I want to do here? Probably want to get rid of all this. So let's clear this out. Okay, I'm going to place my Arcane Levitator right in the ground like that. Whoa, look at me go. How cool is that, huh? But I don't want that to always be on. So I'm going to want to have some kind of on-off switch for this thing. So let's get down there and set that up. It's pretty easy to turn it off. Just apply a redstone signal and you'll be in good shape. So if I were to get myself real quick, just some levers. Redstone signal, like I said, cuts the power. Redstone signal, there we go. Awesome. So what I think I want to do is set up some kind of system where I can flip this on and off from either side. And that is pretty easy to do. Let's get our red alloy wire, and I'm going to need probably another project table just because it'll be a lot easier that way. You dig? Alright, I'll be back once I've got my goodies. So what I'm doing is smelting stone. When you do that, you get this nifty contraption from Red Power called a stone wafer. I'm getting a bunch of them right now. There's more coming, but this is a good enough start. And I got myself another project table, which is going to help out with this. What I'm going to need here is just a few pieces of good stuff. I'm just going to get a few sticks for now. That ought to do. I got some redstone on me, which is good. What I want to do is first off get something like this. This contraption here is called a stone anode. That's enough of them. This contraption here is called a stone wire. That's also enough of them. And then I want to get myself some redstone torches and put them on top of a few of these stone wafers. Cool. That ought to be enough for now. So let's go down and get this thing again. There should be a few more of these over here. Excellent. And I'll cook up a little bit more of that stuff later. But for now, we should have enough components to make some of our logic gates. Now, there's a bunch of them. That's not even really the full list. If we wanted to flip through NEI here, we'd find a whole bunch of these guys. These are compact logic gates that can do a whole bunch of cool stuff. The one I want to choose here is the, I think it's the Xor Gate, right? Yeah, that's it, the Xor Gate. Now let's see if the project table bug has been fixed with NEI. If I can do this? No, I can't. Alright, there's a little bug where it's offsetting the position of things in NEI. This would work on a normal crafting table, but the project table has changed its layout a little bit, so this doesn't work at the moment. So let's see. Wires and anodes at the top. That shouldn't be too bad. Right? And where was that Xor? Okay, and one of these guys right in the middle gets us our Xor Gate. Now the cool thing about an Xor Gate is it's an exclusive OR is what it stands for, and that means that only one or the other input can be on at a time in order for there to be an output. If that sounded like some foreign language to you guys, don't worry, I'm about to show you what I mean in a very nice and simple layout. That ought to be enough of the red alloy wire for now. So let's see. Put down my exclusive OR gate. So we've got inputs on the side, and we've got an output on the front, right? Only one or the other can be on at the same time in order for the redstone wire to be on. But if they're both on, then it's off. Cool? Good to note. I'm probably going to want a NOT gate down there as well, so why don't I just make one real quick, because I think I'm going to need it. And you guys should have an idea of what I'm working on at this point, but if not, you'll see in just a moment. So to make a NOT gate, pretty easy. Some wafers on the sides, cathodes up there. Okay, cool. So we can do something like this, this, and that. Gets me a NOT gate. Perfect. A lot of people like to criticize the use of the NOT gate. They say, why not just use a redstone torch and you're done, right? I say, meh. I say, no. Sorry. I think the gate's pretty good. I like it. So yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to prevent happening. Good times. Don't worry, that won't be a problem for long. So where do I want my lever to be? I'm thinking right about here actually might be a good spot. And this does not work with entities. Alright, I wasn't sure if it did. Alright, cool. So we should be able to run some wiring like this. And then place down this guy, right? And where's my screwdriver? Should be in my bag. Oh wait, that's the NOT gate, isn't it? That makes more sense. Alright, that's what I wanted. There we go. Cool. So, this guy is set up, and I guess I want my red alloy stuff coming down this way. There we go. And oh noes, my red alloy wire is connecting. That's a problem, right? Nah, I'm not worried about it. Let's clear this out of here, and I'm going to place down my NOT gate just like that, so that'll keep it off, okay? So now this lever turns on or off this gadget. Not bad. But there's a little bit of a problem, as you can tell. These cables are connecting to each other. So how do we solve that? Awesome function of red power is just to use what's called a cover strip. Let's get some smooth stone. If you get yourself some covers and cut them down the middle on the side, you get these stone cover strips, which can go in between your wiring, just like that, to separate them. Cool. Now everything should work. Nice, huh? All right. All I gotta do is wire up the top here, so let's get up there. Beautiful. And I'll just run this straight down this way. Pretty cool, right? I like it. All right, so now, either one of these, flipping it on either side in any order at any time should get me where I want to go. Nice. I like that a lot, actually. Let's get some covers here to hide my wiring, and then we'll be done. So, covers to hide the wiring. And I could set this up with a button or some kind of timer or something, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we're in good shape, just the way we are. And some smooth stone covers as well to hide everything that we got going on down here. Maybe I want 2 sets of that. And I'll have to cover this up on the outside as well where it's showing, but we'll get to that in a moment. And I should probably cover this stuff up as well, but we're all right for now. Cool. And you can use these covers on your logic gates just as well as you can use them on your wiring and stuff. So it had no trouble covering everything up. Except for a weird little visual bug that just happened there. There we go. Not sure what that was about, but resolved. Ta-da! Nice. Extra cool, right? So flip the lever down here, it sends me up. And flip this lever and it shuts it off. Not bad at all. Why are you refusing to stay covered there, buddy? Alright, now we're behaving, right? Cool. Look at that. That is neat. Arcane Levitator, you are awesome. Thank you very much. Alright, I'll be back in a few. Of course, my other option is just to have a straight button press disable it. So when I hit the button, it lets me fall. And then when I'm ready to go back up, it's just a straight shot. That might even be better. I kind of like that too. That's neat. I could also just have a button press to raise me up. That could also work. See, this is the trouble, is there's so many different cool things you can do, it's hard to figure out which one you want to do. Alright, let me try it with the button press to go up. Well, a button press to go up is not really working. So I've got a better idea. I'm going to come over here and get one of these gadgets. Where's my redstone? I got another logic gate that I can use to solve this problem. Redstone, please, and I cooked up all my circuits. That's right. Should have enough of what I need. I'm going to need one of these, and a piece of smooth stone to get myself a little timer. And I'm going to use one of my favorite gates from Red Power. It's called the State Cell. I'm going to need a silicon chip on there, so that guy is not too hard to make. It's just 3 of these and a red doped wafer. I should have 1 red doped wafer hanging out. Cool. One of those goes in the middle with a pointer, and then one of these. And then what else we got? Okay, cool. That's good. A state cell might work out for me. What this cool guy does is the following. I should be able to set him up like this to the NOT gate here. Where's my NOT gate? There it is. Alright. I can set the amount of time that this thing holds a pulse for. He has a couple other functions, but what I'm going to use him here for is to say, keep the pulse running for 3 seconds. Alright, so when I hit the button, this timer will start running, and for 3 seconds it'll keep the levitator open, and then shuts. That's plenty of time, right? Perfect. I think that's like next to perfect, if not perfect. Alright, so one more little shrinking up of this setup, just to make things look a little nicer. I can do the NOT gate here, and then the state cell is going to have to come in this way. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, the NOT gate's messing with them, isn't it? I can solve that pretty easily. There we go. And then the state cell. So like I said, 3-second timer, pressing the button, boom, holds it on for 3 seconds. Perfect. Alright, I'm happy with that setup. It took a few minutes, but that's alright. Sometimes you gotta play with something and figure out what you like best. I'll be back in a minute. And oh my, look at that, guys. I think we've hit the old wrapping up point. So time to wrap up episode 12 here, but I'm pretty happy with the way this underground cave is turning out. Next steps will, of course, be to get some industrial craft power. I think that's sorely lacking at the moment. We've got this measly little bat box here with a generator on top, which is doing fine. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, we got to put a little bit more work into this guy. I think I'm going to get my lava transport system going. I'm also going to make my way into the nether and see if I can't get myself a few blazes. Or maybe even work on a way to, you know, do a little bit of advantage taking of those blaze spawners that we have in there. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 12. Hope you're liking the series so far. I really do. I do enjoy reading your guys' comments, and yeah, I'm having a great time. I am really liking the way season 5 is coming out. All right, guys, take it easy.